Hello everyone, welcome to another video about reading comprehension section of TOEFL ITP. Once again, my name is Han Xiaoming. In this video, we'll be talking about vocabulary questions part 2. So again, there are some characteristics of questions about vocabulary. The question will have the word, the meaning. Another question might have the word closest in meaning and the word means. And where to find the answer? The question usually tells you in which line of the passage the word can be found. And how to answer? The first is to find the word in the passage. The second, read the sentence that contains the word carefully. The next one, look for context to help you understand the meaning. And this is the most important point here. In part 1 about vocabulary question, we can determine the meaning of difficult words by looking at the structural clues that are used in the text, including the punctuation, restatement, and example. Another way that we can determine the meaning of difficult words is by looking at the context of the text. What it means by context is that if we understand the topic of the text, we will find it easier to determine the meaning of the difficult word that is being asked. And also, context means the words that surrounds the difficult word that is being asked will help us understand its meaning. And the next step is we choose the answer that the context indicates. Let's look at a sample question. First, we go to the question and it says the word discern in line 1 is closest in meaning to which of the following. So we are required to determine the meaning of the word discern in line 1. But you have to keep in mind that before you are able to answer this question, you have to understand the meaning of its option. So you have to know the meaning of misled, understood, caused, and misrepresented. It seems from these options that there are two words that have the same meaning. They are misled and misrepresented. If you find this case in reading comprehension question, you can automatically eliminate these two options because they have the same meaning. And now we can focus on these two options, which are understood and caused. And let's look at the sentence that contain the word. Tornadoes occur throughout the world. So this text is about tornadoes. However, the reasons that the great majority occur in the United States are not fully discerned by scientists. So from the words surrounding the word descent, we've got the word however. So this indicates that there are two contradictory statements. The first is tornadoes occur throughout the world, and another statement is that the great majority occur in the United States. So why tornadoes occur in the United States the most? Now we can try to determine the meaning of the word discern by assuming that this is a blank one. In other words, we can just assume that there is no word discern here, and now we can choose from these two options that best complete this blank. Yeah, whether it's understood or caused. Again, we can read from this sentence, tornadoes occur throughout the world. However, the reasons that the great majority occur in the United States are not fully blank blank blank, are not fully caused by scientists. It seems that this sentence doesn't make sense if we chose the word cause. So the most appropriate option to complete this sentence is the word understood. So again, to make sure we can read it again, the reasons that the great majority occur in the United States are not fully understood by scientists. So that's how you determine the meaning of the difficult word. Again, you can assume that there is no word here or it's blank. Let's look at question number 2. The word propel in line 4 could be best replaced by, again, we have to understand the meaning of the option. Move, develop, destroy, and inhibit. And let's go to the sentence. In general, a tornado cuts a path of a few hundred yards and lasts an hour. So this is the duration and this is the movement. An average tornado might propel, itself at a speed of 15 and 20 miles per hour and therefore cover a distance of 20 or 30 miles. Yeah, this is 3. So again, we can assume that this word is blank. Yeah, and then we try to determine the most appropriate word to complete this blank. And the context that can help us is 15 or 20 miles per hour. So this indicates that there is a movement from one place to another place. Or here we can also have a context here that it's talking about a distance of 20 or 30 miles. So the most appropriate one to complete this blank is move, yeah, because it's talking about distance. So that is how to determine the meaning of the difficult word by looking at the context of the text. I hope this video helps. I'll see you in another video.